Hopefully this light don't fall. I'm trying not to make too much sudden movements, guys. Ciao. I was in a mood today. Because of some things that happened earlier. But I can say for the most part my night ended up well. And my night ended up well mainly due to this show called Pose on FX. First of all, I had no idea about the show until I watched Wendy Williams and Janet Mock was on the Wendy Williams show, and she's one of the producers on the show Pose, and she came on there because I just went on Wendy Williams on YouTube, on her YouTube channel, and I just watched a video of Janet Mock, and I was just like, Pose. It was like the ballroom scene, wet. So I was just like, okay, well, let me get into it and see what Pose is about. And it's basically about gay and transgender people of color in the ballroom scene. It's based around the ballroom scene. I think it's set in the 80s in New York, I believe, where the ballroom scene started out at. And I was just excited. I was just like seeing LGBT people of color on TV, like the whole cast is black, pretty much. Like, where is that? That has not been done before at all. I actually, cried, like looking at certain scenes, on the on the TV, darling, because this is just so groundbreaking to me. Yes, I will be reviewing Pose, by the way, because it comes on. First of all, it comes on a night that I'm off, which is Sundays. So I got my Potomac on Sundays. I got my Pose on Sundays. And I believe my husband is cheating on us. The stage play with Deatra and all that. I think that's coming out on Sundays too. So Sundays finna be kind of lit. So we'll see about that. Sorry about the glitches, y'all. But yes, it was everything. The acting is incredible. Okay, so I watched the first episode. Y'all know one of the producers, besides Janet Mock, is Ryan Murphy. He produced all the American Horror Stories, child. And pretty much none of the actors on this show I recognize except for James Vanderpeek. And I think he played Zach on Saved by the Bell. And Evan Peters. Evan Peters is in pretty much everything Ryan Murphy related. He's been in pretty much all the American Horror Stories. So I'm just very excited about this new show Pose. I mean, I was just getting my life. Like I was crying, and I was excited, I was happy, I was sad. It's real. Like, it's real life. It's showing how a lot of us got to scrape. We start out legit. We at the bottom, child, because nobody gives us anything. First of all, being black, and then being gay on top of that. Or being transgender on top of that, and being of color. It's just like you got so many people coming at you, your own community, your own black folks, Latinas, your own people not even rocking with you. That's a hurting thing when your parents don't even, accept you. Forget the world, your parents don't accept you. That's a whole nother pill to swallow, darling. Okay, this review is going to be a little bit all over the place. But mind you, Ryan Murphy's pilots to shows, they're long, like the first episode, so it was like 2 hours. It was like a cute little nasty movie, and I was totally here for it. There was a few parts that I did miss, but I know pretty much, the whole basis of the story, darling. It pretty much started off with about 7 people, like 7 or 8, 2 guys, and the rest, I believe, are transgender women. So yes, Janet Mock said on the Wendy Williams show that all the main characters are actual transgenders. So I was just like, come through, darling. So anyway, they're a house, basically, and what a house pretty much is. like one of the characters in the show explained, a house is basically a family. It's basically a family of usually, or most of the time, it's LGBT people who biological families have disowned them in a way, and then they come together and create a house, and you'll have a father, you have a mother, you have a brother, sister, etc. Obviously it's not by blood, but as we know that you don't have to be blood to be family. So they create this family, they create this joy, and they come together in the ballroom scene to feel better about themselves and to give them something to look forward to. And as gay people, just being very creative and being a force to be reckoned with, being trailblazers. We see it now in today's industry. Everybody take from the gays, and they don't give the girls credit for nothing. And with the girls, I mean the guys too. Girls with a Z, not with the S. There's a difference, darling. So it's just epic. It really, really, really is. It just reminded me of Paris is Burning. Watching it, I was just like, I was just getting my life. I was legit getting my life. Being the fashion and the looks and just the attitude and the drama and the shadiness and all that. It's just it makes you strong. It builds character, because y'all as LGBT people, we as LGBT people, we have to stick together and come together and whatever. It's the whole thing, child. Let me just get to the show, because I've been talking, child. I'm just so excited. So it pretty much started out with those 6 people, 6, 7, or 8 people. They have to find garments, darling. They have to find clothes to walk in the ball, because they, for each whatever particular day or week or whenever they have ball, it's a new criteria that you have to meet. So they have like a day where it's royalty. You come in your best royalty outfits. They have a day where you're paying homage to, I don't know, Versace or whatever. So you bring the most memorable Versace. Let's just say you're paying homage. The category is real Lil' Kim realness. So you give, Lil' Kim inspired looks, and whoever wins, they win like a trophy or money or so. So that's pretty much what it is. So this one house, called House of Abundance, they pretty much need some garments to wear. Now, mind you, being of color, being LGBT, most of them being kind of taken out of their community and discarded, pretty much being outcasts, and having it hard to find jobs. A lot of them don't have money. So what they do is sometimes they'll have to steal, or they prostitute, or they find ways or whatever to survive out here to make it. And so they went to this store, and they basically stole the outfits out of the store, legit. They busted the window open, ran down the street, ran to the ball, got dressed, and came and served the kids, darling. Served them mayonnaise and potato salad. But then of course the police, they know of this activity, because I guess they seen them before, and they came and locked all of them up, child. So that's just showing them all coming together. But it kind of started from the beginning. Like I said, I believe it's set in the 80s. It started out in Allentown, Pennsylvania. We meet Damon. He's a young inspiring dancer, very talented black boy. His father is against him being gay, of course. I always say that as far as with like black parents, parents in general, I think, but black parents, I'm going to speak on the black experience because I am black. I always say that parents' worst nightmare for their son is for their son to be gay or go to jail. And for their daughter, the worst nightmare for their daughter is for their daughter to be a hoe or go to jail. So, it's pretty much, that's pretty much what I've gathered, just from my experiences and just, how everything is, child. But just not just being gay or whatever, but just being black in general. And, It's a whole thing, child. Black folks, we got so much mess with us. I tell you, I love you. I love myself, but my God, it's a mess sometimes. I tell you. So anyway, so he's a dancer. His dad basically finds out he's a dancer. He don't like the fact that he's a dancer. He called him. He don't like him that he's gay. They got into it. He hit him, put him out. Then he, stayed and he moved to New York, migrated to New York, homeless by himself. He was actually getting ready to go out there and, sleep with men for money, because a lot of the straight men go for the transgender girls, or the little gay boys, that's their, little fetish, their little thing. But of course, when you see them out in public, you would never know they were gay, or they might even disrespect LGBT people constantly. But meanwhile, you hit the kids up last week talking about you want a sample or two. A sample. So anyway, it's a mess. So yeah, he actually ended up meeting Blanca. Blanca is a transgender woman of I believe Afro-Latina descent. And they meet up, and Blanca is, she's trying to start her own house in the community. She's trying to be somebody in the ballroom scene, and just be somebody in general. She's very strong minded. I can tell she's going to be a fan favorite. Blanca, she's kind of like the mother of the people that's in the house that she's going to create. So, she talks to Damon about, all the things she's went through, and how her mom basically thought that it was that while she was a boy, thought that the mama, so her son, was bringing women in and out. Because she kept seeing a woman coming in and out. So she said to her son at the time that, I definitely see you coming, back and forth. I see you having girls coming out. And she was just like, no, mama, that was me. That was me. He used to dress up in females' clothes and, go out and do his thing, live life. So, they put him out, disowned, I keep saying, y'all know what I'm trying to say, disowned her, and, basically she's been in New York hustling ever since. But thank God she's fine. She, I don't know if she, has done prostitution or whatever. It didn't showcase it on the show or anything. But yeah, she's fine. She's not on drugs. I mean, she's doing what she got to do to survive. She's just been hustling ever since. She really has no family. So, I think a part of it is that Blanca wants, she pretty much wants a family. So she built this house together of, of all the kids that can come together and be strong and be one and take over the world, darling. One Vogue at a time. So they're talking, let's see. She's very persistent on getting Damon to, audition for this dance school. That's what he really wanted to do. He, is a ballet dancer and all that. Just very persistent with him, strong on him, hard on him. Talk to the director. She say, look, sis, it's full. And she was just like, what I got to do to get this boy audition? So should I go ahead and just... So basically at the end, Blanca was able to get him an audition for the dance school. He got in. He did I Want to Dance for Somebody by Whitney Houston. Got My Life. And that's one thing I'm enjoying about this show, the soundtrack. Child, I heard in my house. In my... Is that Mary Jane Girls? I think. Y'all know, in my house. I think this Mary Jane Girls. Child, they gave us a little, I Don't Want to Dance for Somebody. He killed it. It was just everything. I was crying and shouting when he danced, and the lady was a black lady. She got up and hugged him because, child, you just go through stuff, child. So good. Who else we meet? Now, mind you, the houses is separate. We have the House of Evangelisa, which is with Blanca and Damon. You know, they're a developing house or whatever. And then we already have the established house, which is the House of Abundance, darling. That's ran by this off the chain, over the top, stunning, bad lady named Electra, I think. Just cheeks bones for days, Cynthia Bailey for days. Just she's bad. Their house is already, you know, somebody in the scene. But you know, when they first came on, they showed them together. So I guess eventually the two houses are gonna join together and just, you know, take down the other girls. You know, the top dogs and the underdogs gonna come together, which is the best thing ever in my opinion. That's how you truly win. So let's see. So that happened. Who's also in the House of Evangelisa? We meet Angel. Angel's beautiful. Angel's old nasty, you know, Puerto Rican looking mommy or whatever. Angel is transgender. And Angel is also a lady of the night, darling. A prostitution. You know, she's a streetwalker. She's a lady of the night. And she looks so much like Yara Shadid, the girl from Blackish. She looks so much like her. So much. So she actually ends up meeting Evan Peters. Now, Evan Peters, he goes by, you know, on the corners to go pick her up for a service. And basically they just get back and have a conversation. They just lay on the bed. Now, mind you, Evan Peters, he's working for this company. I think he's fresh to New York. Who owns the company is James Vanderpeek. Zach from Saved by the Bell. I get everybody's name together, you know, as I watch the show. As I continue to watch the show. You know, they're chilling, you know, doing their own thing. And, you know, he invited Evan there. And, you know, now he's going to be a partner at the firm or whatever the hell he's doing. So, yeah, but Evan Peters has a whole 2 kids, a boy and a girl, and a wife. So, you know, he's obviously living a double life. But he didn't do anything with Angel except kiss her. So, you know, Angel still has her her magic stick, so to speak. So, you know, she was just like, look, I got to save up to get that surgery done, which is like legit real life. You know, a lot of the girls, they'll go out and get what they call black market surgery, which is, you know, somebody who's not a licensed physician, you know, doing the surgery, you know, because, you know, they want to become a female and all that. So, you know, they start to transition, take hormones, whoop to whoop, to look more female, but they still have their magic stick. And you know, ultimately it's a choice on whether or not you want to get rid of it or not. You know, it's up to, you know, the person. It doesn't matter. At least not to me. So yeah, but you know, that's real life. It's definitely, a lot of the girls have to resort to sex work because they can't get any jobs. Won't nobody hire them, you know. They're outcasted by everybody. So, child, this show is really speaking on a lot of deep secrets and deep issues. Angel's very likable. You know, Angel wants to fit in and, you know, be a part of the house. And she actually walks out there in the middle of the dance floor while they're giving category of it was some kind of category they was serving. I think it was like Hollywood Glamour or something. And so they were serving that, and she came out there with her little lingerie outfit on, and you know, they chopped her, and she, you know, she was crying and upset, and then that's when she meets Blanca and all that. And while they're all outside talking, we have Blanca, Damon, and Angel. We also meet this other little boy, this little Latino boy. He comes over, and you know, then he's a part of the house too. But you know, Blanca's kind of like the head. She is the mother of the house, just like Electra is the mother of the house in the Abundance, child. House of Abundance. So yeah, it's this show is really gonna be everything. Did I miss anything? I think I pretty much talked about it. Talked about everything. Talked about my feelings about everything. It's mainly just like an introduction to everybody. This, like I said, this show is really gonna be groundbreaking. It really, really is. A shout out to all the characters on the show. The fact that they are legit, real transgenders, and real, they're real, the real gay boys, like everything. Everything. My God. My God. Wow. What do you say, child? What do you say? But I'm so here for it. Is there anything? I felt like I wanted to talk about something else before I let y'all go. I think that's pretty much it, y'all. I think so. But yeah, shouts out to all the characters. Shouts out to, the creators of the show and everything. Epic. Pose is here, darling. With this said, I'm Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on Google Plus. Follow me at ItsKingsWorld on Instagram and Twitter. At ItsKingsWorld89 on Snapchat. Chase King on Facebook. All that good stuff. Like, comment, subscribe, darling. And I'll see you guys later. Bye. Pose.